Maplewood. Sounds nice, right? Don't be fooled. Sure, the trees lining Main Street were pretty, the fall air smelled like maple syrup. But something felt off. A chill always hung in the air, even on sunny days. The people smiled, but their eyes didn't. They knew something. What secrets did this town hide? I was about to find out. There was me, Max. I was the one who always had a plan, the thinker of the group, the cautious one, always prepared. I never left home without my trusty backpack filled with essentials. Then there was Lily, fearless and bossy. She was the leader, always ready to take charge and face any danger head-on. She dragged us into everything. No mystery was too big or too small for her to tackle. Finally, there was Ben. He knew everything about Maplewood's history, even the creepy stuff. His knowledge was our secret weapon. We called ourselves the Mystery Crew. Together, we were unstoppable, always on the lookout for the next big adventure. We rode our bikes after school, looking for adventure. The thrill of the unknown kept us going. Maplewood had plenty of spooky places. Each corner of the town held a new secret waiting to be uncovered. The old graveyard on the hill, the abandoned amusement park. These places were our playgrounds. But nothing compared to the Whispering House. It was the most mysterious and eerie place in all of Maplewood. It stood at the end of Whispering Lane, hidden by trees, a Victorian mansion, dark and silent. People said it was haunted. They said a family vanished there years ago. No one dared to go near it, except us. The Mystery Crew couldn't resist a good ghost story. One Friday night we made a plan. We would sneak into the Whispering House. Section 4, Dare to Enter. The old iron gate creaked open, its rusty hinges groaning in protest. It felt like we were stepping into another world, one that had been forgotten by time. We crept up the overgrown path, hearts pounding in our chests. The garden, once beautiful, was now a tangled mess of weeds and thorns. Every step we took seemed to echo in the eerie silence. The front door swung open, as if inviting us in. It was as if the house had been waiting for us, its secrets hidden behind that creaky wooden door. Inside, everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. It was clear that no one had set foot in this place for years. The air was stale, filled with the scent of decay. Cobwebs hung from the chandeliers like ghostly decorations. They swayed gently in the draught, adding to the haunted atmosphere of the house. The air felt heavy, like we weren't alone. Shadows seemed to move in the corners of our eyes, and the silence was almost deafening. We explored the house, each room filled with decaying furniture and an eerie silence that seemed to press down on us. The walls were peeling and the floors creaked under our weight. Then we heard it, a whisper. It was faint, almost like a breath, but unmistakable. It sent chills down our spines, coming from the basement door. Lily grabbed my arm, her eyes wide with fear. The door seemed to beckon us, its darkness promising more secrets. "Let's go," she whispered, her voice trembling. She was scared, and so was I, but curiosity kept us rooted to the spot. But Ben, ever the daredevil, was already opening the door. His hand reached for the doorknob, and with a creak, the door slowly swung open, revealing the darkness within. Section 5. The Secret of Maplewood. Maplewood was a town that seemed to be plucked straight out of a storybook. Its tree-lined streets and quaint houses gave it a charm that was hard to resist. But beneath its picturesque exterior, there was a secret that few knew about. The basement was dark and damp. The air was thick with the smell of mold and decay. It felt like the walls themselves were closing in on us, suffocating us with their oppressive presence. We fumbled for a light switch, our breaths echoing in the silence. Each step we took seemed to reverberate through the room, amplifying our fear. The darkness was so complete that it felt like a living entity wrapping itself around us. Suddenly, the lights flickered on, and we saw them. The sudden brightness was almost blinding, but what it revealed was even more shocking. Rows and rows of mannequins dressed in old-fashioned clothes. They stood there, eerily still, as if waiting for something. Their presence was unsettling, to say the least. Their eyes seemed to follow us. It was as if they were alive, watching our every move. The feeling of being observed was inescapable. A cold wind slammed the door shut. We were trapped. Panic set in as we realized there was no way out. Then the whispering started again. It was a low, almost inaudible murmur that seemed to come from all directions. The sound was chilling, sending shivers down our spines. It was coming from the mannequins. Their lips didn't move, but the sound was unmistakable. It was as if they were communicating with each other, plotting something sinister. They moved closer, their blank eyes boring into us. We screamed and screamed. But then, silence. The lights flickered off. The darkness returned, more oppressive than before. We were left in darkness. The silence was deafening, broken only by our ragged breaths. It felt like an eternity before anything changed. When the sun finally rose, we stumbled out of the whispering house. The light of day felt like a blessing, washing away the horrors of the night. We never spoke of that night again. It was as if an unspoken agreement had been made to bury the memory deep within us. But sometimes when I close my eyes, I see their eyes, watching, waiting. The memory is always there, lurking in the shadows of my mind. And I wonder, was it real or just a nightmare? The line between reality and imagination blurs, leaving me questioning my own sanity. The secret of Maplewood remained, hidden in the shadows. A mystery that would continue to haunt those who dared to uncover it.